otaku fans, in today's video we're counting down the top anime where main character forced into marriage. If you are new to this channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button for more anime content like this. So without further ado, let's get started. During his summer vacation, middle school student Nagasumi Michishio travels to the SETO inland sea. One day, while swimming at Mio-sun Beach, his leg suddenly cramps. No one is close enough to notice his desperate screams for help, and so he sinks into the ocean, where he is left to drown alone. Just as he loses consciousness, however, a mermaid appears and saves his life. That night, Nagasumi is visited by his savior, a girl who introduces herself as Sun Seto, a mermaid from a Yakuza family. As it turns out, under mermaid law, a mermaid whose identity is revealed to a human must be punished by execution. To avoid this harrowing outcome, the Seto family propose a solution. Nagasumi must marry Sun, or die at the hands of Gazaburu, Sun's father and boss of the Seto clan. Faced with no other option, Nagasumi takes her hand in marriage. Now, the newlyweds face the difficult task of keeping their relationship secret. Between Gazaburu's unending attempts on Nagasumi's life and the eccentric antics of a slew of antagonists, a genuine and innocent love blossoms between the pair as they adapt to their new life. Erika Shinohara has taken to lying about her romantic exploits to earn the respect of her new friends. So when they ask for a picture of her boyfriend, she hastily snaps a photo of a handsome stranger, whom her friends recognize as the popular and kind-hearted Kayao Yasada. Trapped in her own web of lies and desperately trying to avoid humiliation, Erika explains her predicament to Kayao, hoping he will pretend to be her boyfriend. But Kayao is not the angel he appears to be. He is actually a mean-spirited sadist who forces Erika to become his dog in exchange for keeping her secret. Begrudgingly accepting his deal, Erika soon begins to see glimpses of the real Kayao beneath the multiple layers of his outer persona. As she finds herself falling for him, she can't help but question if he will ever feel the same way about her. Will Kayao finally make an honest woman out of Erika, or is she destined to be a wolf girl forever? Due to his mother and sister, who both love professional wrestling, Kinjiro Sakamachi developed a resilient body that could take hard punches, aggressive kicks, and even deadly vehicle bumps in order to survive their various grappling positions and locks. However, he also developed gynophobia, an abnormal fear of women. With just one touch from a girl, his nose bleeds uncontrollably, he sweats excessively, and in rare cases, faints abruptly. His life changes for the worse because of a fated meeting in the restroom. While trying to escape from a girl, he discovers that the most popular student in their school, Subaru Kano, the butler of the headmaster's daughter, Kanade Suzutsuki, is actually female. Surprised, Subaru violently assaults Kinjiro, dealing significant damage and knocking him unconscious. When he comes to, he meets Kanade. In exchange for his silence, she promises to help cure his phobia. When a strange girl named Guri comes knocking at Seiji Aino's door, he quickly finds himself thrust into a world of romantic troubles. Claiming that she will die if he doesn't kiss someone within 24 hours, Guri's pleas of desperation are misunderstood as pleas for love, leading Seiji to kiss the cute stranger that came barging into his house. In actuality, it turns out that this cosplaying Cupid is the wielder of a kiss note, in which any pairing of names she writes will kiss and become a couple. Guri explains that she misspelt and accidentally wrote Seiji's name while indulging in her yaoi fantasies, but because she had yet to pair him with anyone, their kiss was meaningless. Even worse, Guri reveals that if Seiji is not coupled with anyone soon, not only will she die, but Seiji will remain a virgin for eternity. Eager to escape his fate, Seiji sets his sights on the beautiful and popular Akane Hiyama. But after Akane hears that he kissed Guri, she reveals the obsessive and psychopathic feelings that she holds for the unfortunate boy and proceeds to viciously attack them. In the ensuing confusion, Guri is able to pair Seiji with Akane in the kiss note, temporarily saving Seiji from any further bodily harm. But to complicate matters, Guri's newfound feelings lead her to also pair the two of them with herself. Just when the situation could not get any more convoluted, this new coupling with Guri has turned Seiji and Akane into temporary angels, forcing them into assisting the Cupid with her work of pairing humans, lest they be cast into hell. With all semblance of normality snatched from his life, Seiji gets to work at matchmaking with these eccentric girls by his side. Magano, a parallel realm filled with monsters known as Kegger, is a place where exorcists deal with all impurities. Binyo Adashino is a prodigy exorcist who is recognized for her strength and is summoned to Tokyo by the Exorcist Union. On her way, she plummets into the arms of Rakuro Enmadu, a young exorcist with a troubled past. But the impurities of Magano do not rest. When these two exorcists witness a couple of children stolen by a Kegger, Binyo rushes to save them, dragging Rakuro along with her into Magano. Engaged in a fight she is on the verge of being defeated in, Binyo is saved by Rakuro, revealing himself capable of being her rival in talent. Sausei no Onyaoji tells the story of two talented exorcists who are destined to become the twin-star exorcists and the prophesized parents of the Maiko, the reincarnation of Abe, no Seimei, who will cleanse the world of all impurities. Raku Ichiju, a first-year student at Banyari High School, is the sole heir to an intimidating Yakuza family. 10 years ago, Raku made a promise to his childhood friend. Now, all he has to go on is a pendant with a lock, which can only be unlocked with the key which the girl took with her when they parted. Now, years later, Raku has grown into a typical teenager, and all he wants is to remain as uninvolved in his Yakuza background as possible, while spending his school days alongside his middle school crush Kasaki Onodera. However, when the American Beehive gang invades his family's turf, Raku's idyllic romantic dreams are sent for a toss as he is dragged into a frustrating conflict. Raku is to pretend that he is in a romantic relationship with Chidage Kirasaki, the beautiful daughter of the Beehive's chief, so as to reduce the friction between the two groups. Unfortunately, reality could not be farther from this whopping lie. Raku and Chidage fall in hate at first sight, as the girl is convinced he is a pathetic pushover, and in Raku's eyes, Chidage is about as attractive as a savage gorilla. Nisekoi follows the daily antics of this mismatched couple, who have been forced to get along for the sake of maintaining the city's peace. With many more girls popping up his life, all involved with Raku's past somehow, his search for the girl who holds his heart and his promise leads him in more unexpected directions than he expects. The infidelity of Ida Kidu's parents not only made his family fall apart, but also made him skeptic of love. Having no intention to delve into romance, Ida devotes his entire high school life to his studies in order to become a doctor. It did not take long for the beautiful and popular Masuzu Natsukawa to notice Ida's apathy. Tired of being the object of people's affection, she asks him to pretend to be her boyfriend, as she too feels disgusted at the notion of love. Ida, however, refuses, yet Masuzu has one trick left up her sleeve. Ida's journal and threatening to post the embarrassing content online if he does not comply. Now entangled in a fake romance with the most desired girl at school, Ida's life is turned upside down. Whether envied by his peers or receiving a confession, he must cope with his newfound relationship and all the troubles that come along with it. In the Sun Kingdom, sunshine is part of its citizens' everyday lives, and rain is something that they have never even heard of. However, in a faraway land called the Rain Dukedom, the weather is reversed, and everybody has the power to create rain with their voices. Livius Ifriqiya has conquered the entire world and expanded the Sun Kingdom's influence in the 3 short years since he was crowned king. Upon learning about the powers to create rain, Livius decides to marry Nike Remersir, one of the princesses of the Rain Dukedom. However, those outside the Sun Kingdom have spread a rumor that Livius is a cruel, ruthless, and tyrannical ruler, and as word reaches the princess, she begins to prepare herself for the worst. But when she finally meets her fiancé, Nike discovers that he is an entirely different person from what she originally expected. Just an ordinary teenager, Kobeni Yanomori receives quite the surprise on her 16th birthday, a fiancé and a sister-in-law she never even knew she had. As a result of an arrangement that her late grandfather made, Hakuya Mitsuman and his younger sister Mashiro have moved from their countryside home to the Yanomori household in order to deepen their relationship with their new family members. MIKAKUNIN de SHINKOUKEI follows Kobeni's love life with Hakuya as she tries her best to adjust to the abrupt changes forced upon her. However, as some extraordinary secrets regarding the siblings come to light, Kobeni will find her life changed forever. In a futuristic society, Japan has implemented a complex system referred to as the Red Threads of Science to encourage successful marriages and combat increasingly low birth rates. Based on a compatibility calculation, young people at the age of 16 are assigned marriage partners by the government, with severe repercussions awaiting those who disobey the arrangement. For Yukari Najima, a teen that considers himself average in every way, this system might be his best shot at living a fulfilling life. However, spurred by his infatuation for his classmate and longtime crush, Misaki Takasaki, Yukari defies the system and confesses his love. After some initial reluctance, Misaki reciprocates his feelings in a moment of passion. Unfortunately, before the two can further their relationship, Yukari receives his marriage notice. He is then thrown into a confusing web of love and lies when his less than thrilled assigned partner, Rorina Sanada, becomes fascinated with his illicit romance.